Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is J-Red Plays, and we are discussing the Dungeons & Dragons campaign we started called Adventures of Midgard. This would be considered Season 2 of Adventures of Midgard, as the first season that we started was, I want to say, over 6 years ago. It was something I had started on Twitch with Dave and a few others, and it was probably the most epic campaign I've ever done on a D&D session ever. It is certainly the most memorable, and it was very impactful in my mind and the minds of the players. So, in case you're not familiar, Adventures in Midgard was a Viking-themed campaign that Dave and I ran, and it spanned with a, we'll call it an over-looming sense of apocalyptic dread, as the whole fabric of the Viking pantheon was threatened due to an elder god threatening to destroy the very fabric of Midgard and to cause a version of Ragnarok in which there was no rebirth. And due to the efforts of the player characters, Valley in particular, that was thwarted. Now in Season 2 of this campaign, it had been 100 years after the events of the first Adventures in Midgard, and a foundational breaking occurred. What I mean by that is continents had split and ruptured, torn apart, land masses shifted, governments collapsed. Everything had changed after that occurrence. And of course, after that, caused war. Until finally, peace had set amongst the clans, which we are using the Journey to Ragnarok source book for this premise of this campaign. Now, the first campaign was just completely homebrewed, but this one, it was an opportunity for me to tackle into publications and kind of use that as a, we'll call it a bolstering. So that is what we're utilizing. In addition to some other changes to the world, demi-humans in the northern regions are, well, kill on sight, as it is believed in their realm that they had caused the breaking to occur, which is why Valley and some of the player characters from the prior season are loved or hated, depending upon who you talk to. So this was a way to usher back into 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. It was a way to get back into the fold and really create a world and characters that I cared about. What does this mean for the Fallout campaign? I'm sure you guys have noticed that I haven't uploaded that. We're done. I can no longer continue to push into that system. I do not like the 2d20 system that Modiphius has created for that Fallout. Also, the source books themselves provide no benefit for game masters as far as running the world. It is assumed that you do your own research to make your game systems work. With that, I'm actually pretty disappointed in that system. So we ended that. We will no longer be doing episodes of Fallout. It will only be Adventures in Midgard 5th edition campaigns from here on out for this play. Now, I do have other games planned, but I wanted to give you guys kind of an update in regards to our tabletop experience. So yeah, why am I talking about this? Because the recording that you're supposed to see was supposed to be episode 1, but unfortunately I did not check my sound sources. So you're just basically seeing and probably hearing me on the microphone talk and none of the other player characters or anything else, which is unfortunate because it was a RP spectacle for the masses to enjoy for a long time. It was very well done, and we enjoyed the hell out of it. But unfortunately, you're going to have to wait for the next recorded session to experience that in its entirety. So that was my fault. I will fix it and double check my sources next time. But that is what you are in store for in the future with this. So be prepared, because Adventures in Midgard is going to be a hell of a good time. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening in. Thank you all for tuning in. And be prepared for some bomb-ass tabletop in the future. See ya.